strong, healthy and strong. So they are making your body healthy and strong by spending time in the kitchen. Now the next thing which we are just focusing here, that is the energy. Energy in the sense, suppose you just imagine the condition of the person who is just making the food, whether it's that help in our home or whether it's any member of family who is just cooking the food. It is the season of summer. They are sweating throughout the body cooking the food. Then it's a winter season, it's a rainy season, then also they are standing. Now you just tell me, you all are a student of science, you just tell me, if someone is doing any task, are they spending energy or not? Yes. And the task which is involving physical work also and mental work also. How physical? Because they are just cooking the food by using their that hand and then moving their body through legs to pick up this thing, that article kahan pe kya rakha hai, that all those things. Then they are using brain. Okay, we have to use that much proportion of salt, we have to use this much spices, we have to just stir the food at the particular interval, otherwise it will get burned. So that is it. They are using whole energy, whole focus to the food, to just bring the food in your plate, and which you sometimes eat and sometimes you just reject that कि नहीं अच्छा नहीं बना है, even though they have spent their time and energy. Then it is given skilled concentration. Skilled concentration, those students can perform, those who do not know cooking. If I'll ask you, just go to the kitchen and make chapati. If you know cooking, then you can make, but if you haven't entered in the kitchen for cooking purpose, ever in your life, you will say, okay, chapati, how it is going to be made. That condition is here, but your mother or any other person who just cooks at your home, they have the skilled concentration. How? Just observe in your kitchen, over the tawa they are keeping the chapati and they are just moving the chapati through their fingers. And when we are just going to do that from our hand, most of the time those who do it first time, they just burn their finger, and most of the time it is not that much easy to just touch the chapati from your hand. And the other time what happened, they are just focusing the particular vessel कि like sabji बना रहे, they are just stirring it continuously at the regular time so that it should not get burnt from the base. They know the ratio of water, salt and pulses when they make dal, and how much salt, everything has, turmeric has to be added. This thing is there, skill concentration. Otherwise, if any of the thing is fluctuated there, whether it's a cooking time period or whether it's a ratio of the stuffs which are added in the food stuff, anything is disbalanced, at that time the statement which comes from the mouth of the person who eats the food is that खाना अच्छा नहीं बना है, बहुत बेकार बना है. And if you say it's so much delicious, I like the food, at that time which has got success in that thing, skilled concentration. But apart from that, time and energy of that person has also been used there. So being a teacher of food nutrition and dietetics, it's a request to you all from my side, respect the person who just serves you food. And how can you give respect? It's you know better than me, so just give the respect. The next thing is given here: religion, region, cultural patterns, traditions and customs. Again I am reading that: religion, region, cultural patterns, traditions and customs. All these also affect the meal planning. How these are affecting, I am just telling you that. Like religion saying, suppose religion means, suppose if you are saying certain religion prefers pure vegetarian food, while in other religion it is okay कि you can have veg food also and non-veg food also. So now what is happening there? Those who are taking complete veg food but they are not taking the alternative vegetarian protein sources, they will get deficient of protein, which can be met properly by those people who are dependent on relying on both the veg and non-veg. So here this thing is just affecting that religion. In most of the religion, what happens? We just see the fluctuation. While in certain religion, one kind of food that we can say animal protein is allowed, while the other kind of animal protein is not allowed. So that is again fluctuation from the religion to religion. Like if I can say that the fishes, while those who consume fishes or that seafood, they are getting more nutrients in their body as compared to those who are having pure veg lifestyles. Now what happened in that case, due to religion also nutrition level can be fluctuated, but it doesn't mean that someone is pure veg then they have to go to the non-veg also, and it doesn't mean someone is having that kind of diet to have veg and non-veg they have to shift to the pure veg only. It means we have to create balance. Suppose if someone is pure vegetarian, let them be pure vegetarian, but they can take those deficient foodstuffs in the alternative form. How alternative form? Like seafood, they cannot consume sea animals, but they can consume the salads, sea salads which are available. In whatsoever form they are available, they can take. And suppose it is a this from talking about protein, so they can take the plant, the animal protein in form of milk they can take if they are pure veg, and other protein source they can take soy milk is there. So that was for the veg. But suppose if someone is having veg diet and non-veg diet also, so it means that they have to take vegetarian diet properly, because they are having antioxidants and they are going to help body to fight against the disease. And they can have the non-veg also, but its ratio should be balanced, so that they could not this compromise with their veg diet also. So that's how we can balance it in religion term. Region in the sense of the place where you are living. Like we are North Indians, we are having all the grains in abundance. That's why we are just having all the stuffs. When you are going to the South Indian side, which stuffs you are finding more? Like I'm just sharing my experience. When I went to Kerala, Kozhikode it is, Calicut also known as. At that place, we were just searching for to have certain thing like chapati and dal chawal roti, which is the regular meal of North Indians. Now, at that place, what we have found, what the place where we have visited, at that place, it might be possible things would be available, but we could not reach there. But the thing which we found easily there, that was sambar, dosa, idli, and as we were pure vegetarians, they were having a certain the other stuff also which we cannot be taken by us. So now what happened? We struggled there for food. Why? Because we had the diet plan of this North Indian, because we have taken since childhood. So that's why we are more familiar with that food as compared to South Indian. It doesn't mean that is not delicious. It is delicious, but it happens that you can take it for regular 1 week or for 1 month. That happens. So what happens in that case also, nutrients could be available at one region, certain nutrients or food stuffs, and these could be limited on the other region. So how can we manage that? So in that case, we can manage it that with the other multigrain stuffs which are found in that particular locality. Like if I'm just talking about Bangalore, in Bangalore also certain kind of stuff like that was there, but they were just meeting this requirement with the help of certain shakes. Like they were having ragi shake that was extremely beneficial for health. So different regions are there, but we can meet its requirement. The next thing is given cultural patterns. Cultural patterns, traditions and customs. I'll just constitute that three in one only. Like cultural patterns, in certain culture one thing is allowed, while in other culture certain thing is not allowed. Like if you saying in certain vegetarian family, it is said ki cultural practices that we will not touch even egg also. While in other cultural practices, it is said okay we can take egg, but we are not going to take the any stuff which is just from which is flesh or any non-veg thing. While in third culture it is allowed, okay we have to survive because we are human being, so we can take whatsoever food stuff is available to us, but in that much proportion, in which proportion it is good for our body. So that for cultural practices. Then traditions and customs. Traditions, you can just say, like suppose we have different festivals. Like if I'm just saying the festival which is known to me, that is khichdi. अगर हम बात करें खिचड़ी की, तो on that day what food stuff is the dominating over all the food stuff? We will say khichdi is must. We have to take khichdi, that is the must. Other food stuff are just can be taken, but mostly that thing is there. So as for the traditions also, what happened on certain occasion we just take particular kind of diet, while other diet is restricted. Like most of the festivals, like if I'm just saying the example of Holi, they take fried papad chips and that gujia and all those stuffs are made, which are going to have extreme fat and sweet, you can say, inside the body, which would not be good for the those people, specifically those who are diabetic or those who are not having that much of good health. So this is how also nutritional level can get affected. Customs, if I'm just saying example, customs means you can just say certain rules and regulations during the certain periods. Like if what I have seen in village area or in certain area, during pregnancy certain kind of food stuffs are given to women. Suppose if it is nutritious, then that is the very good. But suppose if it is they are restricting ki they should not take this food stuff, while we are knowing that the woman who has given birth to a young one, in that case extreme nutrients are required by that woman and they are restricting that, then that is not okay. But it is not prevalent everywhere. What I have seen, they give additional herbs and nutrients to the particular that person, yeah, we can say women who has just given birth to the young one. Next thing is given here variety, color and texture. Again this is known by you all. If the food is presented in the proper way, you will say yes, I will have this food, because it is having variety. Daily daily दाल चावल नहीं खाना है, variety we are asking for. Okay, इसका कलर कितना गंदा लग रहा है. It is just cooked in the that iron vessel. लोही कढ़ाई में खाना बनाती है, काला काला दिख रहा है, नहीं खाएंगे. वही we have just made in the aluminium कढ़ाई, and what we have added flavor to that along with that aluminium, which is not good for your body. You will say okay, it's delicious. So that is the texture. We can just texture and color is also there. Color, like we have made that you can say mixed veg, delicious. That we have made that bitter gourd, अच्छा नहीं है. Or we have made spinach, नहीं अच्छा. These things are there. Certain times most of the people just take, but those who are child, they are choosy regarding it, whether they have to take this or not. Likes and dislikes of individuals. This thing is the main problem for meal planning, that the people say no, मैं तो इस चीज़ को छूता भी नहीं हूँ, मैं खाती नहीं हूँ. What is happening here? Likes and dislikes which are just affecting meal planning. Static means the food stuff which is given to a person, how much it has a static value. Static value means the feeling of fullness. Just like if I'm just saying I am giving you more protein diet, 1 glass milk, then what will happen? You will say okay, my tummy is full, I don't want further food. In the place of that, if I will give you just only vegetable extract of something that is having nutrients, like soup I have given, you will take it, but after certain time you will say okay, I am just feeling hungry. So that is the food product which can stay longer for in your stomach and giving the feeling of fullness. That is called static here. Suppose if I am saying what happens, one child is there and the child was in rush, he or she has taken one biscuit. Now what will happen? One biscuit he or she has taken, after 1 hour he or she will feel hunger. But in the spite of that, if I have taken sprouts in the day and 1 glass milk, what will happen? They will not get the feeling of hunger that much easily as compared to that child who has taken 1 biscuit only. So while meal planning, we have to look after the satiety also. That means we have to choose those foods which are going to give the feeling of fullness. Otherwise, what will happen? Over the small interval, the person for whom the food has been prepared will demand for the new food stuff or more food stuff. That is not wrong from his or her point of view, but the person who is cooking the food, they have to again and again cook the food, and if they are not cooking the food, they are saying no, I will not cook the food since morning you are eating. Now what will happen? The child or the person will move to the another stuff, like they take kurkure, they take Maggi, they take certain other snacks, they go to the market, they take समोसा एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. तो वहाँ पे हम बच्चे की किस चीज़ को नहीं फील कर पा रहे हैं? स्टैटिक. सो इट इज़ द मेजर एस्पेक्ट विच वी हैव टू लुक आफ्टर व्हेन वी आर डूइंग द मील प्लानिंग.